How would it feel to have a thriving fitness business and have the freedom to enjoy life at the fullest? Well, that is exactly what the Trainer Revenue Multiplier Show is going to give you. My name is Mathew Park. This is Jaime Filer.
Hey guys.
And we are here to serve.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining the Trainer Revenue Multiplier Show again this week. As always, I'm your host, Jaime Filer, and I'm joined by one of my favorite people, Laurent DT. What is going on, sir? How are you?
I am doing phenomenal. I'm so happy to be here with you, Jaime. You are also one of my favorite human beings on this planet, so it's so awesome to be here with you.
That certainly works out. Now, if you are just joining us for the first time, Laurent's nickname in TRM is the systems engineer, systems tech. Whatever your technological needs, Laurent can and has figured it out, or he's invented it if he couldn't figure it out. So Laurent, again, as always, it's a pleasure to have you. Today, we're going to be talking systems. Because again, that's what you do. It's what you're known for in TRM. You know, our trainers are thriving and booming because of the TRM engine. So I would like to start off by asking what kind of improvements and upgrades you've made to the engine since the last time we had you on, which was like a months and months ago already.
You bet. So if you're listening to this and you're not exactly sure what the TRM engine is, it is a system. It's a software, okay, that we have put together for trainers. So, you know, I happen to be a trainer and also a big nerd. I've always been very tech savvy. And so when Jaime and Mathew were teaching us about systems, I figured, oh, what's the best, software we could possibly get? And so I didn't find one that was particularly, fitting the needs that I had as a trainer, but I came up with what was called the TRM Engine, right? And so the TRM Engine is this one app that does it all, right? It creates funnels, it creates websites, you can do email marketing, it does SMS marketing, you can have all your database inside of it, and so basically what I did is I configured it so that it fits the needs of the trainers, right? So trainers are going to build their business, and they're going to eventually they're going to need systems, right? Because they're going to need structure. So that's pretty much what the TRM engine is. And lately, wow, there have been so many improvements that we've done. The TRM engine was already prolific at enabling trainers to onboard their clients with just a couple clicks, right? Automate the weekly check-in. But now a couple new features that I added, which are phenomenal, are the 7-day follow-up. So say, for example, you hop on a sales call, you didn't nail it quite well, or the client, something happened and the client said no or was thinking about it. Well, now with a single drag and drop motion, you could just trigger a 7-day follow-up sequence, right? So you drag and drop the client, and the next day, as of the next day, the client starts receiving value emails, relationship nurturing emails. And and the goal of that email sequence is just to reel the client back into your sales process. With those magic touch points, basically.
And one of the reasons, before you go into more upgrades and additions, one of the reasons that's so significant is because according to statistics, 78% of sales are lost due to inadequate follow-up. So whether somebody said no, or whether somebody said, I'll think about it, or even if they said yes, but didn't pay right away, you're losing 78% of potential people because you don't have a 7-day follow-up or even any sequence whatsoever. You don't even have a text message that goes out right away that thanks them for hopping on the phone with you, right?
Yeah, exactly. And, that's what we teach in TRM is you need to have, between 7 to 12, magic touch points after that sales call if it doesn't close. And imagine, it's already hard to follow up manually with someone just because we're so busy and we have so much going on. But imagine reaching out to them via email for 7 days straight. It's so hard to just gather the intel or the headspace to do that. But imagine just having a system where you drag and drop someone and it just like the sequence is ready to go out, and it just does it for you, right?
Amazing. So you've got the 7-day follow-up. What else have you added?
Well, I've also added the long-term follow-up. And by the way, those emails are pre-written for you, right? So you join the TRM Engine, it comes, it comes within your pipeline. It's already set. The emails are written for you. Obviously, we invite you to go in and personalize them, to your liking and edit the wording, maybe add some personal touches, but they're all done for you. So on top of the 7-day follow-up, what I've added is a long-term follow-up. So that's an email sequence that, say the 7-day follow-up goes through and you didn't get an answer from the client. Well, it's actually going to transfer the client over to the long-term follow-up, which is one email that goes out every 2 weeks. And it's just a value email, relationship nurturing email, and with a little soft call to action. Hey, if you're still thinking about it, you could jump back on a call with me. I'd be happy to talk with you. And to make sure that, that you keep people entertained, you keep people in your ecosystem, and you keep adding some of those magic touch points that we were talking about. So yeah that would be another thing.
So one second, Laurent. If you guys listened to our episode last week with Mathew Park and I, we talked about what to do immediately after a sales call. And we acknowledge the fact that not everybody has a 100% closing rate, and that's okay. It's to be expected. But that's the other reason Laurent has come up with a long-term follow-up process or a long-term follow-up funnel, is because no sometimes means not yet or not now. But if you have a campaign that keeps nurturing them every 2 weeks or once a month without you even thinking about it, then in 3 months from now, once their kids are already back to school, or once they've already purchased the house, or once they've already gotten through that whatever awkward period in their life they were waiting for, they're going to come back to you because you never stop messaging them. And that's all thanks to Laurent's automation.
You bet. Yeah. I think it's very important to keep your leads keep showing up. It's just a matter of showing up.
Yep.
And so if you have like automated, marketing systems that enable you to just, be in front of their eyeballs, let them know you exist, let them know you're available. And on top of it, provide them with epic value.
Yep.
I think, it becomes over time just a no-brainer for them to go to you as the solution to their, fitness journey. So it's just, So those emails are I'm super excited about, and our clients have been enjoying them. They just plug them in, they go in, they edit them, and it's fairly easy for them to use. So we've gotten quality feedback on that. So yeah, that's a cool one.
What else? Talk more. So clearly you've realized the importance of follow-up, because the last two things you've mentioned have all been a type of follow-up automation. I do recall you mentioning a social media something a little bit ago, whether it was a Facebook Messenger or an Instagram. What am I missing?
Well, on the TRM Engine, we have a social media planner, right? So what's cool, what I love about this app is there's so much to it, right? When you're a trainer and you're starting with systems, you start looking at the different softwares that are available. You got like one software for your forms. You got one software for your social media publishing. You got one for email. You have one software that you pay like a monthly fee for one feature, basically.
Yeah.
And this, like the TRM Engine, what it does is it replaces all of those. So instead of paying like 5 to 7 different subscriptions for like 5 to 7 features, you basically pay one subscription for 10 to 15 features, and we keep adding some, and they're all tailored to trainers. So it's awesome. And the social media planner is part of that. It comes with it. You can just connect your Instagram and your Facebook, and you can just start publishing directly from that and schedule posts. So that's been pretty cool. One other feature that I have been adding lately, and it kind of ties into that, is it's a lead magnet funnel. Okay, so if you're not too tech savvy, and you're a trainer, but you still want to provide added value, and just put out something for free for your clients. Well, we have what's called a lead magnet funnel. So it's basically a web page that you can personalize, and that web page's purpose is basically it invites your leads to provide you with their data. So name, email, phone number in exchange for a little gift, something of value. Sometimes it's an ebook, sometimes it's a checklist, sometimes it's a recipe book, something cool that relates to the epic value that you provide. And so what happens is you can easily personalize it and put it, for example, on your Instagram or on your link tree if you have one. And what that does is it creates a new call to action, right? So maybe you're already inviting people to hop on a call with you on a calendar type of app. Well, that's your main call to action, right? That's what actually turns maybe leads into clients, right? That's your main call to action. But then what the lead magnet does is it creates that alternate call to action. So people may or may not be ready to hop on a call with you, but heck, maybe they want that recipe book, right? So it gives them a little taste of what it is that you do without pressuring them too much. It's a lower threshold barrier of entry for them to show you that they're interested in what you do. So that lead magnet funnel makes it very easy for them to just head over to your page and actually show you that they're interested. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
there was
second.
a lot there.
I want to pause you. There was a lot. So let's talk sales funnel. Because again, some people think it is a quick and easy, hey, post a photo of a before and after of a client on my Instagram, call to action with a link, coaching application, let's go, or something like that. And then it's just a 1, 2, and then people are into it. But really, it's a 4-step process. Awareness, right? That's the first one. And in the case you're mentioning, Laurent, this would be the lead magnet, right? Let's just create awareness around our brand. Let's put something out into the universe for free, as you mentioned, low barrier to entry, just to create awareness that Jaime Filer Fitness has a recipe ebook, which then leads to interest, right? We've piqued someone's interest. I have an anti-gym anxiety ebook that you helped me with my funnel with for free that I give away. And so low barrier to entry, it is free, right? There's awareness because everyone knows I'm the anxiety one. Then there's interest. Then they make the decision to download it. And as soon as they've made the decision, there is an unspoken agreement that I am exchanging my first name, last name, email, phone number, Instagram handle for your free information. Yep. And then finally, it comes down to a soft call to action, right? I'm not going to say just because you downloaded it, then you will become a client. It's not an if-then statement, but as you help me with also, there is a campaign that follows the download, right? Because we just don't want to say, hey, you gave me that, I'll give you this. It's been great, thanks, right? Like that's an Amazon transaction. I gave you money, you sent me my carpet, and I'm good. But Laurent, that's not what you do, right? You're in the customer service business.
Exactly. We're in the business of building relationship with people. Like I'm sure you've had that where a new client didn't come to you before like 3 months or didn't come to you before 3 years. Like some people are following you and you don't even know this. Sometimes you don't even know who you're having an impact on. And so to reach those people that are just slightly out of reach, what you do is, like you said, you already have their awareness. You've somehow piqued their interest. They like your content. Heck, who knows? Maybe they're raving fans and you don't even know. But would you like to know? Absolutely. So the way you do that is you get that lead magnet funnel out there, and then that's it. And then they're going to show you they're interested. And like you said, when they actually give you your information, well, what's fun is with the TRM Engine, you can have this campaign in the back end that's triggered automatically. So when this campaign, when they download it, so they enter their name, email, phone number. When they press submit, well, it sends them a fulfillment email with, whatever the lead magnet that you offered was. And then afterwards, there are emails that are nicely structured to go out. And all those emails have different purposes. So right now, what we provide with that lead magnet funnel is actually a sequence of 12 emails. Okay. And the first 6 emails are just pure value. They're just tips and tricks, relationship building email, nourishment, nurturing, right? Because like you said, we're not the Amazon business. Like, okay, you got the ebook. That's it. No, we're in the business of building those relationships. So we're going to nurture that relationships. We're not even going to give out call to actions for our coaching. We just want to build our relationship, provide the value.
Yeah.
And then, after those first 6 emails, which go out, within the first, to 14 days, for example, maybe a bit more, 14 to 20 days approximately. Well, then, after that, we're going to jump into soft call to actions. We're not going to create urgency or whatever. We're just going to invite them to, hey, you've been following us for a while. And you've downloaded our lead magnet in the past. Why don't we connect, right? Why don't we just hop on a call, right? That's very soft call to actions.
Yep.
And the more the sequence goes, the more urgent it becomes. Hey, I've got 5 spots left. Let's do it. Let's hop on a call. And so it creates urgency. So, and what's fun is, all you did was, set up that lead magnet funnel and market it. And then the emails take care of themselves. So you can keep doubling down on your social media and on your main marketing tools that you like to work with. And those emails are going to go out regardless if you're, sleeping, working, out on vacation. They're going to go out. They're going to keep going out. So it's always fun to know that, your business is working, your systems are working while you're doing something else, basically. Right.
Yeah. And that's the best part. You are serving your prospects, you're nurturing your potential clients, all while there's like a manual side of doing it and then an automatic side of doing it. But either way, people get to feel and experience you, which is just so brilliant. Absolutely love it.
Exactly.
Do you have anything else in the pipeline coming up, or what else are we working on? Yeah, go ahead.
So we're working on a lot of things simultaneously, always. We're at this point, there's so many features available for our clients that we're really just making sure they're just well taken care of, right? They're well onboarded. And then, sometimes it hits a point where, the client's needs become more personalized, like, okay, they've got all of their engines set up. And then we find like more personalized items that we can do for them, which is awesome, because then we turn those personalized items into, into like just more mainstream features that we can just add as a default inside the engine. One thing that is lined up is I want to teach our TRM members how to build membership sites. Okay, so when you onboard clients, what I found to be like one of the most exciting ways to onboard a client is actually having a little membership site, right? That gives them access to a members area. Because first off, it creates that little hub for you where you can like have all of your onboarding material all set. So, hey, if you have an agreement for them to sign, you could put it in there, right? If there's an intake form you want them to fill out, you could put it in there. If there's some basic value you want to give to them, if you're using a coaching app, right? You want to show them how to use it, you could put a little video in there. And it's all step by step by step by step. And they actually need to be a client to access that. And it makes for a cool onboarding experience for clients. So I'm looking for ways to actually make it user-friendly, where maybe I provide you guys with a membership site template, and then you could just like fill in the blanks. That's how I like to do, like, okay, create email sequence, make it easy, fill in the blanks, and so on and so forth. But yeah, the membership site is a big one. And I think it's underutilized by trainers. So we might be seeing a bit more of that. Coming up.
I think that's awesome. And then the other thing, Laurent, you know what? This reminds me so much of my friends who have you heard of Patreon?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's very similar, right? Like maybe they'll have a podcast that you can listen to for free that's out into the universe. But if you want like the after hours version of the podcast, or you want the blooper reel of the YouTube channel that's free, you pay to subscribe to their Patreon. But like, you have this all included, right? So let's say you have an exercise database library. That's also probably something you could put in this membership site, right?
Yep.
And then when you're on your sales calls with your prospects, you can say, and you're going to get free access to my membership site, which has a value of over $1,000 because it has all of my after hours podcasts. It has my exercise database library. It has all of my previous recordings of the group coaching call, right? And all of that stuff is stored in that one place.
Exactly. It's all stored in that one place. And what's even cooler than that is that it's going to be there like forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're with that members area section, you're literally duplicating yourself, ad infinitum. You could be here, like, you're going to be here forever if you create content, so like you said, you could have a database for exercises. And all of your data is stored in one place, and that's been one of the big things with the TRM engine is, people don't have a structured database, right? They don't know where everybody's at, who's a client, who's not. And some coaches, I feel like, maybe wanting to quit because it's so overwhelming and frustrating. But like, when you have this app that just allows you to have all of your database, all of your tools, right? It gives like sort of a foundation to build on, and that it's going to keep going up and being like very solid because the foundation is solid. Then you could just feel much more confident in your business, and you'll want to keep marketing it, right? Because, coaches, very often when they come to us, they're like, how do I get leads? How do I get leads? How do I get leads? How do I fill the bucket, right? Yeah, like, we're going to show you how to fill the bucket, no problem. And they do, they start filling up the bucket. They're confident in their sales abilities. They know what they're doing. They're making money. But at a certain point, they realize, oh my God, there's holes in my bucket.
Yeah.
Right? There's holes in my bucket. So then that's actually when I came in. I'm like, oh my God, coaches have holes in their bucket. What can we do to fill them? Right.
I love that.
So then the goal is, of course you want the leads, but you also want to make sure that your bucket is patched up. It's ready to go, and that there are no holes inside of it. So then this way, like, you can properly fill it up with water and, do whatever you want with the water, basically.
Thank you for that analogy, Laurent.
You bet.
Is there anything, we're running out of time, but is there anything you would like to finish with in regards to either, whether it's our CRM or not, like why systems are absolutely necessary to enhance the client experience?
Oh, because the system is at the center of everything. It's at the center of you, your team, and your clients, and it's going to determine the whole experience for all three parties, right? Sure. So the better your systems are, the better your client experience is going to be, the better you're going to feel, the more confident you're going to feel as well, because step by step, how your business should be run and so on. And systems just give you that confidence to say, this is how we do business here.
Yeah.
So if you don't have systems in place, first off, definitely check out TRM 10K. It's going to teach you a lot. And then if you need some more advanced help, well, definitely, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to hop on a call with you and see how we can patch up your bucket.
So Laurent's email, everybody, is Laurent, LAURENT @trainerrevenuemultiplier.com. Laurent, thank you so much for being on the Trainer Revenue Multiplier show. We appreciate you, all of your knowledge, wisdom, and experience.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
For those of you listening on whatever platform you're listening, whether it's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, we appreciate you so much. Please like us, leave us a review. Don't forget to subscribe. If you found value in the episode, feel free to share it on your Instagram or Facebook. Bring more people into our network. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode. And